What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one on my post-fight review for Edgar Berlanga versus McCrory fight. Shout out to McCrory, shout out to Ireland, shout out to the Irish, showed a lot of heart. We'll show some heart or whatnot. But I'm gonna go ahead and give my breakdown of the fight and then the post-fight and what I feel like should happen next. As far as the fight goes, I thought Berlanga started off very patient and poised. A lot of times the thing about it is when you have somebody who's built up to be a knockout puncher, when you have somebody who believes they're a knockout puncher, a lot of times you'll see them start off very slow because what they're trying to do is a knockout puncher doesn't really like to waste punches, right? Guys like Canelo, Benavidez will throw a lot of decoy punches, but he's also very fast as well. But guys like Triple G, guys like they don't like to waste a lot of punches. So what they'll do is they'll dissect their opponents, and it's almost like they want to lure them in and catch them. And then you'll often see them unloading their shots or whatnot. But that's what was happening in the first round. Edgar Berlanga was filling out McCrory or whatever his name is. Anyways, he filling him out. He wasn't really doing much. I thought McCrory was he was doing decent, but he wasn't really doing much either. And the thing I didn't like about McCrory is like when he would throw his punches, it's almost like he just didn't really have too much on his punches. Now, it was a few times where they both hooked together and McCrory shots were landing. But in the beginning, at the beginning of the round, McCrory was throwing more. So I gave him the first round. I think I gave him the first 2 rounds, as a matter of fact, or maybe not the second round, but definitely the first round. McCrory was throwing more. Edgar Berlanga was more so just getting time. And a lot of people don't know that. Like that's one thing that I wish commentators would educate the fans more on. That's why I appreciate guys like Paulie Malignaggi who commentate, because he'll educate the fans. When it's not that they're just sitting around waiting. A lot of time they're trying to get their distance. And actually, you know what? I think Chris Mannix or it might have been Sergio Mora. One of them did say this. So I take my hat off to them. A lot of times they're trying to get their range, they're trying to get their distance, they're trying to see, what happens if I step this way, or or are you bait for fame? So I know one of the things that I know when even from boxing myself, if you have a jittery fight, you can always tell an inexperienced fighter because they react to everything that you do. And they overreact to everything that you do. So like you want to see like how jittery they are, and also you want to feel what they have on their punches. And so a lot of times you want them to throw a punch just to kind of measure what their power is like and what you need to do and get your timing together. So that's what Edgar Berlanga was mostly doing in the first few rounds and whatnot. By the 4th round, Edgar Berlanga started to finally let his punches go. And when he let his punches go, I mean, he was being patient and countering, and off the countering with going to the body pretty well. McCrory or whatever his name is was complaining. He got infuriated or furious at the referee because it was a few low body shots. I mean, a few low blows landed by Edgar Berlanga, but at the same time, he was pulling Edgar Berlanga's head down. So, that was kind of on him. But it was also one exchange where Edgar Berlanga, where they were tied up. I think it was in the 3rd round, or it might have been in the 2nd round. Excuse me if you hear my daughter in the background. Might have been in the 2nd round where Edgar Berlanga elbowed McCrory or whatnot. But anyways, McCrory got very, very pissed at the ref. He was yelling at the ref because there were some low blows. I can't deny that. And even when the ref was explaining it to him in the corner, he was just yelling at the ref, "Get away!" and all this type of stuff. Like, bro, chill out, man. So you could definitely tell he was losing his composure in the fight or whatnot. And ultimately, it's not really rocket science. Like what you saw was what you saw. Edgar Berlanga basically overwhelming, breaking McCrory down to the I think it was the 6th round. Edgar like dropped, like he was fainting to the body and came up with an overhand right landed flush on McCrory, and McCrory went down. And ultimately, you know, the referee, not the referee, but the referee was counting, but and it didn't look like McCrory wanted to get up, but his team threw in the towel. All right, so you know, good performance. It was a decent performance by Edgar Berlanga. Nothing to make me feel like, you know, because he did call out. Of course, he called out Canelo Alvarez, but nothing about that fight. You know, I don't think that he'll be getting a Canelo Alvarez fight. Not this year at least, because it's nothing about Edgar Berlanga that makes sense for a Canelo fight. If I'm being 100% honest, bro. Like, for example. Canelo, you know, he's now a business fight. He's a, you know, business first, fighter second. Edgar Berlanga was, y'all excuse me, that's my daughter you hear in the background. Edgar Berlanga fought in a venue that maybe held like 2 to 3 to maybe 3,000 people. I don't know. I don't even know if it was that much, but it wasn't a lot of people, like, you know. So it's not like he like. For example, like Jaime Munguia is at least like he's you know, selling out arenas or putting a lot of butts in the seats with arenas. And so is David Benavidez. So I think I just business wise it seems like it's too soon. And also it's not a fight that really fans are clamoring for, bro. You know, I just don't think that Edgar Berlanga is ready for Canelo Alvarez. He still has a lot to learn. This was his first stoppage. This was his first stoppage in what, 2 years? Or at least what, 4 fights? I think it was, I'd probably say like 2 or 3 years. This was his first stoppage in 2 or 3 years. And it was a good stoppage at that. So don't get it twisted. Like, you know, it was a good stoppage. But I just don't think that he's ready for the likes of a Canelo. I don't even, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't even think he can beat Jaime Munguia yet. I don't think he can beat. I think Caleb Plant will be his worst nightmare just based off of the styles and what gives him issues and troubles. I think Caleb Plant would be like his worst nightmare. But as far as like you know, I don't think he's quite ready for those top guys yet. But, you know, if Canelo does choose to fight him, it is what it is. You know, he is Puerto Rican, so you can always go off of the whole Puerto Rican versus Mexican rivalry. But I just don't think that fight makes sense all the way around. Like, business or legacy wise, like, the fight just doesn't make sense. I would love to see him in there with Diego Pacheco. I think that would make for a very great fight, but I know that the way boxing works, I highly doubt that we would get that fight next, because you have two contender type fighters going against each other is very rare. I mean, we did have it against like Michelle Rivera and Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin. That, you know, but that it's rare that you see two contenders actually like contenders with a lot of money backing them, you know, going against each other, right? So we probably won't see that until one of them gets a belt, but I would definitely love to see that. As far as Edgar Berlanga versus any of the top guys, good luck with that, bro. I don't think he beats Morrell. I don't think he beats Caleb Plant. I don't think he beats Jaime Munguia. You know, I don't think he beats any of the top guys yet. And then you know, Berlanga was getting caught with some hooks, but what you call his hooks, McCrory or whatever his name is, his hooks, he was not turning over his hooks, man. Like, they were just slaps. We call those, if you box, you know what a slap is, and like his hooks didn't really look like, he just wasn't really turning them over or whatnot. But anyways, I don't know, man. But you know, this was a good performance. I want. You know, I think it's good that Edgar Berlanga signed with Matchroom, because Eddie Hearn does keep his fighters busy. You got to give it to him. So it's good. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight soon. You know, it doesn't. I wouldn't be mad if it's against like somebody with, you know, not a big name, because, bro, like I said, I still think that he has a lot to learn before he gets to the Canelo stage. And he actually called out Canelo in his post-fight interview. But I just don't think he's not ready for Canelo Alvarez at all. I would be very surprised. I would be shocked if Canelo fights him. Next. I would be very shocked, and I also would be very disappointed. I just don't think Canelo would fight Edgar Berlanga because it doesn't make sense. When he starts selling out arenas, then maybe. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?